Hello and welcome to the farm, and welcome back up to my craft room. My name is Alicia with Country Mama Musings, and today we're working on block 24 for our Heirloom Afghan crochet along, and this lovely block is called Climbing Shells. You can see that we have two sets of shells here on our block, and they're climbing from the bottom towards the top. When you get to the top, before you put your edging on, you are going to have two little peaks here, but once you put your edging on, that's going to smooth that out. This is a fun, easy block to work. We're only using chains and double crochets. That's it. And it makes just this beautiful little shelled pattern of these climbing shells. So if you're ready, let's get started. So with our size H crochet hook and whatever color you have for color C, we're going to go ahead and get started on block 24. For me, my color C is teal. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with teal. We're going to go ahead and start with a slip knot and get our hook onto our slip knot there, or our slip knot onto our hook. And we're going to loosely chain 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25, 26, and 27. Okay, let's move on to row 1. What we will do for row 1 is we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to place a double crochet in this stitch right here. There we go. And we're going to place a double crochet in the next 3 chains. So here is our next chain here. 1, the next one over, 2, and the next one over, 3. We're going to skip the next 2 chains, skip 1, skip 2, and in the chain after that we are going to place 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So again, we're skipping 1, skipping 2, and in this one here we're going to place 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And that creates a shell. We're going to skip the next 2 and we're going to place a double crochet in the following one. So here's our double crochet here. And we're going to do that 4 more times. So here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. I know I said that wrong, but we were going to end up with 5 total. So we completed 1 here, and then we were going to do that 4 more times. So we skipped 2 chains and we have 5 double crochet. We're going to skip the next 2, 1, 2, and again we're going to go to the very next chain and we're going to create the shell of 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 double crochet right back in that same stitch, that same chain, and that creates another shell. We're going to skip the next 2 chains and we're going to go to the next chain here and place a double crochet, and then the same with the last 4 chains, so we end up with 5 total. So here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's take a look at row 1. We have 5 double crochet. We skip 2 and we have our shell. We skip 2, 5 double crochet, skip 2, our shell, skip 2, and 5 double crochet. So that's a pretty active row 1. Let's move on to row 2. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to turn our work. This chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. We're going to complete a double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. Since this one counts as our first, we will not be placing a double crochet here. We will place a double crochet in the next double crochet. So there's 1. And then again in the next double crochet. Make sure when you're placing your stitches that you go through both the front loop and the back loop of the stitch that you're working in. So there's 2, 3, and 4. So we have a total of 5 double crochet because this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to work our shell in this chain 2 space. We're not going to skip anything other than our 2 double crochets here. We're going to go right here to this chain 2 space, and we're going to work the shell. And remember, the shell is 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet back in that same space. There we go. And here you can see why we're getting the name for our block of climbing shells. These are going to stack on top of each other and climb to the very top of our block. Once we have completed our shell, we're going to skip these 2 double crochet and we're going to place a double crochet here in the next double crochet. So basically you'll be skipping the double crochets of your shell and you'll be picking up at the first double crochet that you had here when you worked your 5. We're going to work 5 again. So here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we're going to go to our chain 2 space here and complete a shell, which is 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Those are all worked right here in this chain 2 space. Again, we're going to skip these 2 double crochet and we're going to place a double crochet here in the next double crochet and in each double crochet across for a total of 5. So here's 2, 3, 4, and we're right here to where we had this, where we skipped our chains. You're going to want to use this, you're counting this as your first double crochet, so make sure that you just go to the very top of that. Do your best to get 2 loops so it doesn't pull and tug too much, and go ahead and complete a double crochet there so you have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's take a look at row 2. Row 2 is just the same as row 1 when you look at it, and as you can see, our shells are going to start climbing to the top of our block. We're going to continue row 2 until our block is the size that we need it to be to match up with the other blocks of our crochet along Afghan. So repeating row 2, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That counts as our first double crochet, so we're not going to double crochet in this stitch here. It already has one. We're going to double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That makes 5 double crochet in total because this chain up 3 counts as 1. We're going to work a shell in our chain 2 space here, and again our shell is a double crochet once, a double crochet twice, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet in that same chain space that we just did our other double crochet. There we go. We're going to skip these 2 double crochet from our shell from the prior row, and we're going to go here to our first double crochet, and we're going to complete a double crochet in this stitch and the others across for a total of 5. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to complete a shell here in this chain 2 space, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Now I feel like sharing with you that this is the perfect time to just kind of interject here that if you would like to make a larger project with these climbing shells, you're going to have your starting chain be a multiple of 10 plus 7. So you can have 37, 47, 57, as long as you have a multiple of 10 plus 7. So for today, we were starting with 27, which is a multiple of 10 times 2 plus 7. Let's go ahead and get our shell here. 2 double crochet, 1, 2, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet back in that same chain space. We're going to skip this double crochet and skip this double crochet, placing a double crochet at the top of this stitch here. There's 1. We're going to complete 4 more, so we have a total of 5. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keeping in mind that your chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Okay. Look at these climbing shells. These climbing shells are so pretty. What we're going to do is we're going to complete row 2 over and over again until our block grows. I'm going to go ahead and complete this, and I will meet up with you once my block is an appropriate size. Okay, I've completed several rows here of the row 2 repeat. How many shells do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I've brought in a square from an earlier block. Let's see, I think this is block number 22, the cross stitch. And we've laid our current block, block number 24, the climbing shells, on top. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop with the 10 rows because by the time I put my border on, and this is going to pull this up and flatten this out with the border, I think we're going to be at the appropriate size. So 10 rows has worked for me. I would suggest 10 rows for yourself as well, and then measure and see where you're at. Do not finish off your yarn here at the end of row 10. Let me go ahead and get that back on here. Because once you finish row 10, you're going to go ahead and do your chain, turn your work, and start round 1 of your edging. So you want round 1 of your edging in this color, and then round 2 of your edging, you'll finish off round 1, add your yarn for round 2, and that will be your color that you're going to join all of your blocks together for your Afghan. So color C and then color A. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the edging right here in the corner of our video. And then once you're done with placing your edging on, you're going to want to make sure that you get a very simple little tag here. Mark this one as week 24 climbing shells for our heirloom Afghan crochet along. So that's it from the craft room for today. Until I see you again for our next block, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.